So today on the channel, it's time to turn this into this. Let's unbox this. Super small case. Basically, this one is way too big. It's way more than what we needed as a band. It's far in its we're all fed up of going deaf. So for gigs it'll help, but mainly for in here, the wonderful PMC. We don't have to deafen ourselves. We can still get all the nice full sound, but it's all in our ears. So I'm gonna dismantle that one and yeah, start putting it very snugly in here. Also, for anyone who thinks that this is like, I'm sorry I have to sit on the floor, it's because I've only got my iPhone with me. For anyone who thinks this is a bit extravagant for a small local band, such as Stealth Moose, my hearing's really important. It's that simple. This was a way of getting around it, and we decided to go for it. So people have probably seen this on my Instagram. Grab the camera. We have Behringer XR18. We've got the headphone splitter from Behringer. And we've got an LD Systems, my in-ear wireless, and then we've got the splitter for all our DIs down here that we spit out to front of house. So yeah, for any who's wondering, it's all Behringer stuff, like I said. I have XR18 and a power play, which is basically a rack. I think it's an 8-channel. Yeah, 8-channel headphone splitter. That one made more sense to me than the smaller version. And also it would have meant I needed a drawers kind of situation, which I didn't really want. I wanted a nice convenient rack, and then I went and got this monstrosity. So yeah, take that as what you will. As you can see from that, not a very deep mixer. Therefore, I don't really need this full depth rack case. It is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's a 10U rack case. Don't need anything this big. Let's see what we got. So yeah, this might actually be, no offense meant to Gator cases. This is a Pulse case. Obviously, nice hard plastic. Rocks a little. It's obviously meant to live, which is actually convenient for us. It's meant to live like this on its side, which actually means it takes up even less space. So yeah, let's crack it open. Okay, so next thing I'm loving about this case, it's got a little zippity, just for some cables and stuff. I'm planning on making a snake, some XLRs, so that'd be great for that. That's wicked. Okay, so sorry about the noise. I'm in a practice studio after all. So this is the lineup I've gone for, or the arrangement I've gone for. Real similar to last time, obviously it just doesn't have the huge amount of space before the XLR. This gap here, I'm gonna get like a grill or something, I think. This is basically because the inputs here for where the in-ears come out of, basically, where our feeds that go into this, or the feeds that go into my LD Systems wireless. This is actually really impressed me. Super affordable, but really, really good quality. Yeah, so let's start getting her wired up, and I don't want to have all the cables that I need to do the links and stuff, because I wanted to make sure basically it would work first. I managed to get this like socket rack. I think it's meant for like big server cupboards and stuff, but it's more than big enough for what I need, and yeah, it fits just about. Again, real sorry for the iPhone footage. One thing that really annoyed me on the bigger version was I was really lazy and I never bothered to label anything, which made for lots of confusion, and also just meant I had to do all the hooking up. Now, this will, because again, bad preparation, I can't remember what I saved all the presets to because it all runs off an iPad. I'm going to guesstimate and then probably spend like 3/4 of an hour in here another day, basically updating the preset to be all on the right loops and have the right stuff. But anyway, you don't need to hear about that because it's boring as sin. So let's put some batteries in my nice new affordable label maker. See how affordable it is. But then start labeling some cables so that anyone can see what is what. I can see from the front. Anyone who looks in the back can also see. I have got an app on my phone, so I might, if I get time, depending on what time it is, I might see if I can go in and do a little bit of editing and just see if I can get some noise passing through, as I have got one real short XLR that I could use in multiple places to loop through to make sure the cables are working. But that will probably wait for another day. So yeah, there's my lovely Brothers tester. This is not sponsored by them. But hey, it comes on. So, hey, winner. Right, back to you when I've got some cables in and it's labelled. Much time has passed. I got distracted. It's definitely smaller. Again, sorry for the shocking video quality. It's definitely smaller than what it was. Let me switch to the front camera. This is the back half. As you see, I have taken the time to actually label stuff. This thing here, it's a bit tight inside. I've had to put it sort of halfway up, you can see. That's letting these audio cables for the speaker inputs, they could possibly be pulled out when we're not in practice for a gig. So yeah, all labelled up where it's going, aux 3, 4. I'm really happy with actually how the cable management's come out. I think it's yeah, it's cheering me up. Looks quite tidy. So if we come round. So here's the business end. Obviously you can see this is more for Rob on gigs, because he would be coming out of these two basically to get his mix, or I might set him up on just coming out of the headphones. We will that might be something we experiment with, because then it gives us another set of these basically, because we've got basically these are 3 headphone amps, if you can see. Nice color coordinated for left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Labeled. I've got labels down here which say where they come from. Much more interested in doing that this time because of the mess and nightmare it was causing, to be fair, looking around every time. One lead, I'm gonna get some higher quality leads for this, because they're a little bit flimsy, a little bit cheap. Just to get the links so that we don't have to be plugging in here each time. We literally, all these are set up, all we need to plug into is around the back. So yeah, we've got these, are basically, this is my wireless. Then I've got obviously one set here which goes to amp number 1, amp number 2, amp number 3. At the minute David plays in mono, so I can basically go like this, plug Dave or Martin, either of our guitar players, and they can have a mono mix if people want a mono mix. If we want to, like say, want to work out a stereo mix for people, we have, obviously we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, we can have up to 4 stereo mixes. Technically, I suppose, I think the headphones can actually be another one, so we have actually got enough for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have got enough for the whole band. But yeah, obviously we can have loads of mono mixes if we wanted to go that way. Again, the cable management I'm really happy with. Yeah, so now it's just turning it on, seeing if it all comes on. Fingers crossed. Okay, so it's plugged in, let's turn it on. Turning on the power switch on the back, and then X-Air, headphone amp, in-ears. She lives, and in a much, much smaller case.